One channel tells you $2,000 a month. Another channel tells you $8,500 a month.
So who's right? Stay tuned.
Hi, I'm Doug.
And I'm Kathy.
Join us as we follow the moon. Now, nobody watches videos on how much it costs to live in a house or how much it costs to live in an apartment. So why is there so much interest in watching all of these budget videos on what it costs to live in an RV?
Don't forget, there's one important word. It's not how much will it cost. It's how much will it cost me.
That's right. Where you live now, your monthly expenses are probably very different than your neighbors. It's the same with RV living.
To come up with your number, here are 6 simple steps.
Step number 1, establish what your current baseline is. Now by that, take a pen, piece of paper, and write down what do you spend each month for your housing expenses, your utilities, your health care, your vehicle expenses, insurance, your phone and internet, television expense, food, fuel, and any debt payments you have. Write those all down, and that's going to be our starting point.
Step 2, go through each one and ask yourself, how will this change when I'm living in an RV?
Housing expenses. Are you planning on keeping your house? If you are, you'll still have utilities, you'll still have your insurance, you'll have your upkeep, but you may have rental income to help offset that. And your new house, your RV, will it be financed? If so, what's your monthly payment range? And do keep in mind, if you're financing it as a full-time RV owner, when you make your purchase, you're going to have a higher interest rate, and that will result in a higher payment. Or if you're selling your home, will you have equity enough in your home to take care of all or part of the cost of your RV? Then there's the other things. Where will you park it? Are you going to be using a park? Are you going to boondock? Are you going to use BLM land? Will you be getting a camping membership like Thousand Trails or Passport America? Will you be staying for a day or two at a time, or are you looking to stay maybe more like a month at a time during your travels? Monthly rates are cheaper, but always inquire because sometimes you pay extra for the electricity on a monthly rate. Also, your mail. Your mail now comes to your house. Are you going to have it sent to a relative? Or are you going to use a mail forwarding service like St. Brendan's Isle or Escapees or Good Sam? Then there's storage. A lot of people will get a storage unit, and if you do, make sure it makes financial sense. If you're spending $100 a month for that storage unit, that's $1,200 a year, or $6,000 over 5 years. Are the furniture, the possessions that you're putting in that storage unit really worth that kind of money? Or could they be replaced cheaper?
Now consider utilities. If you're using a park or a campground with full hookups, and except for monthly or long-term stays, most parks do include the utilities in their camp fees. If you're boondocking, you will need water, and you'll also need to dump your tanks. And most places will charge you for that anywhere from $5 to $20.
Healthcare. Will your healthcare expenses stay the same, or will they be making a change? If they're currently included with your employment, will your employment continue when you're on the road, or will you have to pick up your own coverage? Be sure the healthcare that you pick up will work outside of your resident state if you plan to travel outside of your resident state. Also important, be sure your prescription coverage will follow you from state to state, and that you can choose a pharmacy that will make it easy to get your prescriptions filled as your location changes. Some will offer services by mail, others will have local locations in multiple states.
Vehicle expense. Are you looking at a motorized RV or a towable RV? If it's motorized, will your current vehicle work as your towed? Is it flat towable? If so, you're going to need a tow bar and a brake system. If you're going to be needing a dolly, you're going to need a dolly. Some need to be trailer towed. Or will you need to trade vehicles? If you're looking at a towable RV, do you currently own a vehicle that can tow it? Is it capable of the weight limitation, whatever? Yeah, I'm sorry. Is it set up to tow? You're going to need wiring, a trailer brake controller, or will you need to trade that vehicle? Also, how many vehicles do you have now? Can you get by with one vehicle with your RV, or will you need two?
Insurance. First to RV insurance. Not all carriers offer RV insurance, and not all RV insurance carriers offer full-time or 365-day coverage. Once you have an idea of the type of RV that you want, whether it's motorized or towable, get some quotes. Prices vary greatly on RV insurance, and just because I got the best price with Carrier X doesn't mean that it'll be the best price and coverage for you. Also check to see if multi-vehicle discounts are offered so they can insure your tow as well as your RV. Now, if you're going to keep your house, you're still going to need homeowners insurance. And do keep in mind your homeowners insurance will probably be going up if you're going to rent your house. Check with your agent to find out for sure.
Phone and internet. You probably already have cell coverage, but you're going to need mobile internet. You're going to need it for if you are streaming services or for entertainment, or if you have your income through or your employment that you'll be doing while you're on the road. Not all carriers have coverage in all places. Many nomads have at least 2 carriers so that they have service all of the time. Some organizations like FMCA offer programs and discounts with specific carriers. Some of them offer unlimited, and others offer smaller packages. So check your current usage and decide from there.
Television. Will you want a satellite service, or just use the free over-the-air service? Or will you be using a streaming service? If you are going to be using streaming, make sure that you get an internet package that's large enough.
Food. How will your food habits change? You may be used to eating out while you've been going to work, and now you'll be staying home. That's going to affect your groceries. Or in your travels, will you be looking to go try out local cuisines as you go? And if so, you may be eating out more. So either way, your habits may change.
Fuel. Will you lose the commute drive? How much and how far are you planning on traveling? Are you going to be looking at gas or diesel? A motorized RV will see as low as 6 miles to the gallon, and some, like the B-class vans, might see 12 to 14 miles to the gallon. If you're going to be towing, you're going to get significantly lower mileage when towing than when driving. Now, how many miles you go will depend upon your plans and how far you travel, how frequently you plan on moving. If you're moving every few days, you'll probably use more miles than if you travel every couple of weeks or even monthly.
Debt payments. We've all experienced credit card payments, house payments, vehicle payments, installation loans, all of those things. You may have equity that you get when you sell your house, or when you sell your car, you may be able to pay off some of those. Other things to consider would be if you get a new vehicle, or if you decide to take a loan for that RV.
Step number 3, take your baseline from step 1, make your additions and subtractions from step 2, and you'll have a good idea, except for
Step 4, RV maintenance. Are you purchasing a new one or a used one? Will you be getting a warranty or not? Will you need repairs, tires, upgrades? If it's motorized, you'll probably need maintenance. And
step number 5, RV accessories. Whether it's necessities like a water hose and a water pressure regulator, sewer hoses, electrical extension cords, an air compressor for your tires, hitch and tow equipment, or even things like camp chairs, pots and pans, etc. Your RV probably doesn't come with these things. And
step 6, additional for the unknowns. We suggest that you add 10% to the total to help absorb these costs.
The only RV budget that matters is your RV budget. Now, we encourage you to go back through this video. If you have questions, be sure to leave them in the comments, and we will have a transcript of this video on our website over at followthemoon.us. If you have questions, again, leave them in the comments. If you haven't already subscribed to our channel, please do so. And if you got some good out of this video, leave us a thumbs up. That means a lot to us.
And thank you for following us as we follow the moon.
Thank you for watching this video. We hope you've enjoyed it. Please be sure to subscribe to our channel and be sure to ring the notification bell so you'll know when we have new videos listed. Also, be sure to check out our blog at followthemoon.us, and also our Facebook page at Follow the Moon, and on Instagram at Follow the Moon Travel. Thanks.